Hello there. Today we're going to be playing some Yarok the Desecrated on MTG Arena. This is Historic Brawl. This is probably one of my favorite decks just because of all the synergy that it has in it with the ETB effects. And I just like it a little bit more than Elish Norn. I think this is a much more classic commander, and you just can have more fun since you have a lot more colors to be messing around with. So let's hop in a game here, see if we can make some fun happen. Usually we have a pretty easy time getting some wins in. Sometimes not, though, just because we don't draw lands or regular magic problems, but hopefully we can have a good game today. I don't hate this hand. It's a kind of a slow hand, but we do have that Chromatic Lantern. We can try it just because in case Yarok dies, we do have some recursion for him, and the Panharmonicon's nice for sure. So, missing green, I'm seeing, but hopefully we can either draw into some low drops or they don't have too much to be doing in the very beginning. Sorin is a pretty annoying commander just by the fact that it gives everything lifelink, but we'll see what we can do. I think for now we'll keep this hand though. Alright. Esper Sentinel. Okay. Cultivate's pretty good. I'm glad we drew that. We're going to be pretty passive here in the beginning. Hopefully they don't have too much of an explosive start. But we shall see. Esper Sentinel is definitely a very good one-drop. Cleric class, okay. Not bad at all. A little bit of a high drop. Good card, though. Looks like we're just going to be playing a land and passing here. Alright, they're just going to be swinging. Looks like they missed the land drop, which is a little bit unfortunate for them. But pretty fortunate for us, at least. And we'll give them a card draw here, though. I'm assuming they kept that opening hand just because of how good Esper Sentinel is. They assumed they were going to get a card draw, which they did, but hopefully it was not a land. Looks like they are not getting lands, which we're pretty okay about. Perfect. We can go ahead and get our forest out here. Let's just go ahead and play Yarok. See what they do. And they concede. All right. Unfortunately, I don't think that was anything on our half. It was just sometimes you don't get lands and you take a risky hand, which I'm assuming our opponent did. But let's see if we can get a little bit more of an interesting game going and not have our opponent scoop on turn 3. But if I were in their shoes, I'd probably do the same thing. Yarok is a pretty oppressive commander, if not answered immediately. So, can't blame our opponent. But it does make for a fairly boring video, unfortunately. So we'll hopefully get an opponent who doesn't have such as bad luck. Alright. Safara Sky's Blade. Alright, looks like we're going to get the mono-white Angel deck. I kind of prefer that over whatever the other one is, the 2-drop Giada. I don't hate this hand by any means. I think this is a perfectly keepable hand. We might run into the issue of not drawing lands, though. We do just need one. Perfect. There it is. So what we'll do is we'll just go ahead and play the island, get our Ruin Crab out, start milling them, hopefully mill some good angels out of their deck. I know white does have some recursion, but speaking of, there's Giada. So let's see here. Let's go ahead and put this in as we don't really need black yet, but I think we play it safe and go ahead and put it in as black. Okay, those are some pretty good cards to mill. Now, All right, just a 5/5. So let's go ahead and play the Dream Root Cascade, and then get a flyer out probably. Yeah, I want to have something to block that 5/5. Perfect. Much rather take 2 than 5. All right. Anointed Procession. That might get a little bit out of hand, but we'll see what we can do about it. Go ahead and block. Thankfully, most angels don't have trample. But let's see what we can do. Since we can't put a blocker out, I think we go ahead and just gain some life so we can take this 8 damage. We probably should have kept Counterspell up, but I really want to get Yarok out as soon as we can. Alright, so just a knight. That's fine. Go ahead and play Yarok. See what happens here. Ooh. So this itself gets double strike. Okay. So not the best thing, for sure. And I honestly don't know if we could do much about that. Hmm. 14, 15, 16, 18, 19. Yeah, I think we 15. If we 12, 13, 14, 15. No, because even if we man. That's really unfortunate. Angels are just yeah, I think they got this one. Because even if we gain the life, they're still just going to kill us. So that's unfortunate. They did go ahead and get that one on us just because we don't have a lot of flyers. The one flyer we did have served its purpose, but couldn't bring it in for us. We didn't find any of our kill spells, unfortunately. But that is angels. Angels do have a tendency of just killing people pretty fast. So we're one for one, and the first one wasn't even really a win on my books, but let's hopefully get a legit win here. Now, if I remember correctly, this guy copies spells. Yeah, okay. So he's going to have pretty good value. I like this hand, though. No ramp, unfortunately, but we have the Ruin Crab. We always love getting Ruin Crab out, milling people out. See what we can do. All right. Go ahead and play a land. Okay. Not amazing mills, but mills all the same. There's a piece of ramp, which is pretty nice. Now that's a much better mill. Very happy about that mill. Nope, we don't need to attack with him. Now they're keeping mana up, and I'm not sure if that's because they have a counter for Yarok here. Alright, it looks like one of their counters is out, but let's see. Alright, he does enter, but not really expecting him to stay, which is unfortunate. It's always a hit or miss. Okay, so Yarok does stay, which we do like very much indeed. So let's go ahead. Nissa would be pretty nice to get out. Not mad about these mills whatsoever either, so. Did not mean to... I need to actually pay attention a little bit more. Let's untap that land. And then we can get a blocker out. There we go. Perfect. That is what we like to see. So now we have a blocker for our Nissa here. We can ult her next turn. So he's probably going to make a copy of Yarok, I would assume. Yep, makes sense. But he only has 1 mana left, so... Let's see, does he have a lot of ETB effects? From what we've milled out so far, he does have a few of them. So, ooh, Thas is really nice. I think we go ahead... Yeah, I think we don't ult Nissa just quite yet. Just because I would like to keep her around if possible. Don't really need any more mana at the moment. But let's go ahead and get Thassa out. And then we can just go ahead and make one of these lands a creature. I think we just go to end step here. I would like him to kill his Yarok, but I highly doubt he's going to. Or... I'm not positive if he would kill his Yarok, but I don't want to risk my Yarok dying, to be honest. So we'll just play it safe here. If he has a kill spell, or he might even have a return all things to my hand, which would be pretty annoying. But we'll see. We'll see what he does. We can always tap Yarok down, too. Do we have enough mana for that, though? 1. I don't think we do. We only have 3 mana up, unfortunately. Okay. This is fine. He's got 2 5/5s. All we care about is that he doesn't have a kill spell, though, so... Perfect. Let's go ahead and ult Nissa. Play our land. Oh, there it is. Honestly surprised. I think he could have fought through it a little bit more, but I guess he didn't like being milled out. So now there was an actual win, which is pretty nice. Let's go ahead and try to get one more win for the day. Hopefully we get an opponent that's fun, but at the same time not too oppressive or or whatnot. Yeah, I think that last game, our opponent could have stuck with it a little bit more, but most people don't appreciate being milled. Okay, Ivy's a little bit annoying. Not sure how I feel about playing against Ivy, but it is what it is. This is a risky hands. If we don't get a land, we're kind of screwed, but I'm kind of down to try. The Cultivate and Black Market are really tempting, so we'll see. Ivy. I'm curious if this is going to be... I don't think it's going to be a Toxic deck. It might be, just because Toxic isn't as good in a 100-card format versus, you know, singleton 100 card, that is, versus Standard where you can run 4 copies. Usually you're running Rot Priest and Ivy, but we'll see. It could still be Poison. It's either Poison, Voltron. Not positive. Hopefully we get that land either Probably go right into the black market connections, I'm thinking. Get some treasure going. Depends on what they play too. But I do like the late drop availability here. So. Alrighty, let's get this started. It would have been a little bit better if we were on the draw, but it looks like we're not going to be. So we will get 2 draws to get a lands. Tatiova definitely isn't a land. Can play Ivy here. Yep. Perfect. We are just lucky. It looks like one of the best lands to have grabbed. But we will go ahead and get another forest. And probably just an island since we don't run a lot of black pips. We can get Yarok out next turn, which is pretty dope. If they leave mana up, it will make me think they have some sort of counter, but we'll see. All right. Okay, so they're going to draw a card. Alrighty. So we do have options here. Let's go ahead and try to just get Yarok out and see what happens. He does enter, which is great. Whether or not he'll stay is a different story, as always. We just never know. They do have a response of some sort, but it might just be a protection spell for Ivy. Not quite positive. Hopefully what we can do is get a land on our turn, play the Tatiova, get some life gain and some card draw. That would be probably what I'd like to do. If we don't get a land, we'll probably just do black market and go from there. Okay. That's fine. I don't care about that. You can keep hitting me. I'm just going to gain the life back. We do like the Prosperous. So if we play the Prosperous, that's basically a free play since we're going to get 2 treasures back from it. So I think we go ahead and play the Prosperous. We get 2 treasures. And then we could play the Panharmonicon, but I would like to save the treasures and just play black market, I think. Gain 3 life back. And see what they do. I think they missed the land drop. Actually, okay, there's their land drop. No, they didn't miss when I rammed. That's right. Orvar. All right. We're okay with an Orvar. If we get a land here, which we don't, that's fine. Let's go and play the Panharmonicon. And then what we can do is search for that land, hopefully. Unless we just have something amazing on top. Oh, perfect. We are just going to leave that right on top and let this guy get huge. Perfect. I think we save the land. Yeah, let's just save the land. We don't need it at the moment. You're not going to block with Orvar, I'm assuming. So, gain 3 life back. Perfect. And let's go ahead and see what they got. Now, if we play the portal, that might just be a surrender since we have quite a bit on board. But we'll see. I don't think they're going to keep hitting us. They might keep hitting us with Ivy for all I know. But it's not going to really do them any good since we have a 7/6 now. And we can just do so much more damage on Backlash, so they might need to leave it up as a blocker. Unless they have a removal spell, of course. But now they do have to decide if they want to get rid of Yarok or this huge 7/6. Okay. You're going to make him a little beefier. That's fine. Still can't kill anything. I'm thinking we have it just from the board states. Okay. They're going to swing in for 6, which is fine. All right, perfect. Yeah. I think we just go ahead and play this instead. That gets rid of Ivy for a little bit. Oh, it actually gets rid of both of them. Perfect. Now we have a clear pathway to just go to town. And let's see what they do. If they board wipe, that's fine. Nope. There we go. All right. Those are some games with Yarok. He's a pretty fun commander. You either win really fast or lose really fast with him, but I hope everyone enjoyed the video, and hopefully we'll be back again.